Yo, what's going on, y'all? Xrated Gamer back again. So, just a few tips, for those of you who have and haven't played Sword and Shield, or are considering playing Sword or Shield. Here's the one tip that all trainers should know as you progress through, Sword and Shield. Now, to begin, Sword and Shield has a very, I want to say, to describe them, I would say they have a very unique breeds. You know what I'm saying? These are Pokemon that I honestly would have not expected, truth be told, but a lot of them, type-wise, the designs, their abilities, it's definitely, like, following behind the fact that they said there will be no national Pokedex, okay, and then saying that there would be 435 Pokemon in the region, in the game itself, it falls under the question, as a lot of people have, and you'll see it on YouTube, stuff like that, a lot of people have asked the same questions. Where do we go from here? So, allow me to point out something. If you're just starting out your adventure in Pokemon Sword and Shield, relatively, most people, I want to say a good 65% of trainers that first begin a new Pokemon region, they at least catch at least one or two of the first route Pokemon. Now, in this particular case, in Sword and Shield, there is a variety of both Pokemon from the current and previous generations. And for me, I traditionally don't usually catch, the regional bird Pokemon, but Corviknight, when it was revealed, it was a very interesting Pokemon to me, and I really wanted to see what its evolution line was like. So, like I said, ignoring the leaks, of course, I didn't know what the previous evolutions of Corviknight would look like. So, I caught the first Pokemon that I saw, which was, at the time, I got lucky. It was a level 5 Rukidi, which is the first stage of Corviknight on its own, and then it evolves at, I believe it's level 18 into Corvisquire, I believe, and then 30. I think it evolves again at level 34 into Corviknight. So, besides all that, traditionally, if you have at least one or two Pokemon, maybe three, coming out before, and when I'm talking about before you even get to the gym challenges in the beginning of the game. Now, like I said, you get through all of that, you're going to come to the wild area. Now, the wild area actually takes up more than half of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, a lot of people, when you explore it, you see Pokemon. There are a lot of Pokemon. Mind you, there are a lot of Pokemon of various levels. But be mindful that you will definitely encounter Pokemon that necessarily cannot physically be either caught or beat in a singular Pokemon battle. And I'm saying that strictly off the fact because this is true. Now, going towards the entrance on the other side of the wild area, you will encounter various weather changes and various Pokemon that go from Snover to Dusknoir to Duskull, various Pokemon from various regions, including the current one. So, what you want to do is that, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, you want to do this because this increases both your Pokemon's level and XP. Now, when you do defeat a Gigantamax Pokemon raid battle, you get what they call small candies, and then XS small candies, which is extra small. And each of these candies, depending on the Pokemon level that the level your Pokemon is currently at, will actually determine whether or not your Pokemon's level will raise quickly. Now, for me, I did that. I actually did that because the first Gigantamax Pokemon I ended up going through was a Chewtle, which is the pre-evolution of Dreadnought, which evolves at level 22. So, mind you, I was like literally Chewtle was actually the third Pokemon I caught in the region S so far. Like I said, I'm currently, like, as you guys saw my last video where I, went through all of my Pokemon, I've already caught my 6 Pokemon, and the reason I showed them so quickly is because these are just some of the top 40 Pokemon that I intend to use for the Pokemon League Championship in London of next year. So, minus all of that, if your Pokemon is in between the levels of 9 and 15, getting these XS candies and these X candies, these candies can actually raise your Pokemon's experience level to a substantial point. Now, say for example you have 5 XS points, well 5 XS candies. It'll raise your Pokemon's level by 800 each. So relatively, that's about 4,000 EXP. So your Pokemon will probably skyrocket at least 3, maybe 4 levels, depending on how many Pokemon you have in your party. Because you have to remember, we no longer have to look for the item experience share. All the Pokemon that we have are, shared. But when it comes to the EXP candies, you don't have to do that. When you use them, the whole team doesn't get them. It's that specific Pokemon that you're using. So, me, my Grookey, now a Thwackey, and now my Chewtle, which is now a Dreadnought, and as well as my Rukidi, which is now a Corvisquire, we did that. Now, be mindful that treading in the wild area is very dangerous if you do not have a certain amount of Pokemon to play with. Now, I say that because you will definitely encounter Pokemon that are currently higher than yours. And when I say higher, the highest encounter that I had so far in the wild area as of now is a level 60. A level 60 Duskcore. And I thought I could do it. I got my ass handed to me pretty bad. So, that being said, you want to make sure that if you're going to go, like, let's be realistic. We all know that in a Pokemon game, trainers traditionally, they grind, and they grind pretty hard. So, like I said, what you want to do is you want to avoid that. Well, not really avoid that. You want to really enjoy the grinding, because anytime, and here's another note before I continue. Each gym badge that you get, you do not, instead of, the traditional, Pokemon at such and such level will now listen to you without a problem, you can actually catch Pokemon at a higher level. So if I'm at my 5th or 6th badge and I go to the wild area, I could easily fight and I could easily battle and catch that level 60 Dusknoir that I encountered in the middle of the wild area. So, like I said, be mindful, because your first badge, no spoilers not intended, but follow me either way. Spoiler is that your first badge is going to be from Milo, and he'll tell you that you'll be able to catch Pokemon up to level 25. You will be able to see Pokemon of that level in the wild area, but you also will see Pokemon twice, maybe 3 times as stronger than that. So be mindful that when you get past your first badge, you have to be mindful and hope that your Pokemon are fully leveled up. They have the advantage, and make sure you have a lot of items on you, to be honest, because these Pokemon, they coming out. Ever since they gave the ability ever since they gave the Pokemon whistle, I lied to you not, Pokemon is just not playing. So, but anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you have any questions, by all means ask me. I will give you guys a specific tip. And of course, like I said, just like what I did with my Pokemon showcasing for the gym battles, I will be doing these videos periodically, every so often, just to give you guys just a little bit of a tip. You know what I'm saying? As well as, as I draw closer to the end of the game, of course, I'm going to be, giving my genuine team for a competitive team. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that sub button, make sure you comment, and let me know if you want more XDG content. I'm always here. Shout out to the fans. You already know what it is.